Hey guys, it's me, Clara. I'm a college student and I am in college, so I have school, my internship, homework, hanging out with my friends, all the stuff to do. However, I still like to read, and I do read a decent amount. However, currently, my main struggle is that I, of course, decided to choose the biggest and kind of not the easiest book to read for my first week of school, which is A Dance with Dragons by George R.R. Martin. It's large. I'm like 250 pages of the way through. Not bad progress, but also not great. I haven't had too much time to read. I would like to read more, and I'd like to get more through this for sure. However, we've hit our first weekend. So I thought this video I would devote to mainly not finishing, but at least getting halfway through this book. Hopefully more. I would love to finish this, but I really doubt that would happen because that's a lot to read in like 3 days. I'll give myself that, but I would like to make a decent dent into that this weekend. And then I also am in the middle of the Anthropocene reviewed by John Green, and I'm really liking it. I started listening to it on the way to school, like driving. So I've gotten 50% of the way through since Sunday until now. So I would also like to finish that because my library loan on it ends in like 2 days. So if I listen to it while I'm doing things over the next few days, that would also be perfect. This video today is basically just gonna be a weekend reading vlog, and I feel like that's what most of my reading vlogs are gonna be these days because my week's very busy. So we can see how much reading I get done this weekend. I guess I'll update you whenever I start reading more of this, most likely. But I also have a meeting to go to, so I'll probably listen to my audiobook as I walk over. So I might record a little bit of my walk, but we'll see. Anyway, I'll update you guys when I have updates, probably on this and thoughts on the Anthropocene review. So, see you then. Okay, it's a bit later, but same day. I am almost 300 pages in. I'm just gonna go ahead and count now because I'm on page 292, I believe, or 293. So within this next chapter, I will 100% hit page 300. Why? If this is 300 pages in, why? What? Anyway, all is fine. I've read books just as big, if not bigger. I mean, I feel like it's not affected me this much. However, this one just feels like a lot. But I am enjoying it. I feel like the beginning was a bit slow for me, but I feel like that's how all of these tend to go, is that the beginning is slow. But as we go on, I start getting more into it and the characters that we're seeing. And I originally thought that I would be kind of bored by these characters in this book because I feel like I liked all of the other characters more. But I think I got a little bored from the ones in the other book, honestly. So these characters are really entertaining because I've always liked Tyrion, and in this one, he's just doing his own thing. He's like mentally not doing great, but fair enough. And Jon is a poor, like 17-year-old kid, I think. I could be incorrect about his age, but like around there, and I'm like, dude, you have too many responsibilities for being that young. And then Daenerys, Girly's just doing what Girly wants. You know, that's so valid. I feel like we're gonna actually have to make decisions soon because I feel like she hasn't in a hot sec. She's not committed to things. So I'm enjoying it. I'm having a good time. There's one character that we're getting a POV of that you think is dead previous to this point. However, I didn't think he was. I never thought he was. Proud of myself for knowing that. Am liking it, getting into it for sure, and that's always good. we'll see how much I can read before going to bed. However, I also think I would like to watch Downton Abbey because I started to rewatch the first episode the other day and I want to rewatch more with the new movie coming out. And the last thing, so I'll do that, but it's a cozy evening. I've been reading most of this evening, which has been amazing. I love a chill evening in, and this is my favorite. So it's like 10 o'clock, I'm gonna watch Downton Abbey, read more Game of Thrones. I'm gonna switch to my Kindle because I have the library copy to read on my Kindle because I'm not holding this in bed. In this I can turn off the lights. So that's my plan. And I guess I'll update you in the morning with more thoughts. Probably when I hit either the 350 page mark or the 400 page mark. Let's hope for page 400. And I've been listening more to the John Green book and I've been really enjoying it because each chapter is about a different thing happening in the world. One focused on Monopoly and just hearing like interesting bits of history but also interesting bits of his life is really interesting. I'm enjoying it a lot. So the more I listen to it, the more I like it. And I'm glad he's writing more nonfiction as he goes because he's really good at it. And I shouldn't have put my retainer in before this, but whatever. Okay, well, I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, it is next night. I didn't get too much reading in today. However, I only have like 5 minutes left of the Anthropocene reviewed because I've been listening to that throughout the day because I've been doing a lot of cleaning and homework, both of which I can listen to audiobooks while doing. So I'm almost done with that. And then I read like one more chapter of A Dance with Dragons. So didn't make too much progress today, but honestly it's okay. I got a lot done once again of cleaning, grocery shopping, and doing homework. And then I also went and did a fantasy football draft. Somehow I got a good team. I know nothing about football. I'm not gonna question it too much, but yeah, I'm gonna try to finish the Anthropocene review because it's due tomorrow morning, so I wanna finish that. And then I would like to read like another few chapters of this. So I'm gonna do that, and then hopefully tomorrow I can get a bit more reading in where I can maybe, my goal of getting halfway is not looking great so far, but maybe I can really make it in tomorrow. We'll see, but I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Okay guys, it is Sunday, which means I should have done a lot of reading at this point, and I've not done as much as I had wanted to, but that's okay. That's alright. Anyway, I am, how many pages? 372 pages of the way through A Dance with Dragons. I did finish the Anthropocene reviewed by John Green last night. So there is that done. Happy about that. What else? I'm enjoying A Dance with Dragons a lot. Like, it's good. It certainly is good. It's just very long. I feel like I've made no progress, but I'm like almost 400 pages in. I feel like my new goal is that I want to try to finish it by the end of the month, which I believe is next Sunday, question mark? Could be incorrect about that. But I want to be done with it. I'm enjoying myself, but this is taking me a while. So we can see how much progress I can make. Yeah. Oh, is my water boiling? No, not quite yet. Making dinner. The nice thing about tonight is all of my roommates are gone. So I have the whole apartment to myself, which means no one's to disturb me reading. So tonight is going to be a reading night, so I can get a lot of reading in, which I'm very excited about. So plans for this evening is to shower, sit and read, maybe watch a few more episodes of Downton Abbey, at least one. Because I should have done this before. I love rewatching the show. It's so cozy. It's great. Anyway, yeah. I feel like that's it for now on updates. I'll talk to you guys later when I start actually reading more. I did read a few chapters earlier, but there are more chapters to go for certain, so I'll see you then. Okay, so I've hit the 400 page mark. I'm on page 407, and I feel like I'm like really realizing that there's going to be a lot that is not wrapped up by the end of this, like obviously, because there's at least 2 more books in this series, I believe. Maybe just 1, but I think 2. But like, we know where the characters, since the Dance with Dragons and the book before this happened at the same time, you know where those characters end up by the end of this book. So basically, like, some of these other characters trying to find other ones, but you know they don't, because you know how they end up, or at least like you know where like Arya is. And if someone goes off to look for Arya, or something else is prophesied about her type of vibe, we're not gonna know if that comes true until the next book, which isn't out yet. So that's like gonna be rough, like obviously, but like that was obvious. But like I'm on page 400 out of like a 1,000-page book, basically. When I'm realizing big picture things at this moment that aren't gonna be cleared up, there's gonna be plenty more. So I don't know, it's just a lot, but I am enjoying it. I feel like this is when the plot is starting to actually intrigue me a bit more, if that makes sense, because not that it wasn't before, but I feel like it's getting really interesting. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, it is Monday, so it is time to wrap up this vlog. What did I read? So I finished the Anthropocene Reviewed by John Green. Really enjoyed it, rated it 4 stars. Thought it was really interesting to hear those different stories, and I love hearing stories about John Green's life and like how he thinks about things, which is exactly what that whole book is about, is him rating different random things in our world, which is perfect. So love that. That was so good. And then I got to the 450-page mark of A Dance with Dragons, which is pretty much halfway through. So I basically made my goal, which I'm very proud of myself for, because this is a chunky book. So I'm really enjoying this. I feel like the plot is getting really interesting to me. I like characters are meeting and connecting that I didn't think would connect, and it's just getting to the point where characters are traveling this whole world. Like before, some characters were connecting, but they were in similar locations and it made sense for them to be together. We're getting to the point where people are moving and meeting people that I never thought they would connect with. So I find it really interesting. I feel like this is like a slightly less politic heavy book in this world, if that makes sense. Like there's a lot of politics still, however, we're not following any of the rulers in this one, except for Dany. We do follow her. However, she's not necessarily politicking, which may be to her detriment currently. However, I feel like it's interesting to see people just trying to survive, figure things out, that vibe, which I'm really enjoying. So, A Dance with Dragons, read like 100 pages of.
A little more than that, I think. I think probably 150, which for this book is a lot. For any other book, that wouldn't be too much. However, I just read this so slowly, and I don't read a ton at a time. So, I feel like I made decent progress this weekend. Kind of more than I thought as we made our way through. I was a little worried. But that's it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to see more reading vlogs from me, check out the other videos on my channel and subscribe to see future likely weekend reading vlogs, knowing me at this point. I'll see you guys sometime soon. Bye.